Welcome back to According to Allie, and I'm your host, ALang Gang. So we have two guests on the podcast today. We have never had guests before. So Wilbur and Winston are behind me. They got very excited before when I set up all the podcast equipment. They're obviously not used to me sitting and filming a podcast, so they were like, what is she doing? But they are my first official guests. I've never had a guest on the podcast before. So they're my guests. I would interview them, but they don't speak English, so... I can't be interviewing them, but I'm really happy to have them here, and they're excited. So let's get into it. So as we know, yesterday was Valentine's Day, and I feel like with Valentine's Day, people always put an emphasis on those in relationships and that type of love, and more like relationship love. There's so many different types of love, right? There's friendship love, there's relationship love, there's love with pets, there's self-love. I believe that self-love is the most important love that you can have. You need to love yourself in order to take care of yourself and respect yourself. So Valentine's Day for me this year was all about self-love and doing things that make me happy. So a few things I did were I went out and bought some daffodils for myself. They were like $3, just like brighten up the space. I bought some pizza. I went on a walk with these two down by the pier. And then later on, I actually went out with my best friend, Marissa. We went to Bleecker Street, then we went to Metropolis, which was fun. And at Metropolis, they actually gave us roses, which was super cute. And we bounced around to different bars. We met up with our guy friends. So Valentine's Day can mean different things to different people, and there's not just one universal love. So if you were single on Valentine's Day, don't feel alone and don't feel like you can't celebrate in other ways. I had a blast. This was the best Valentine's Day I've had in a while. Last year, I was in a relationship, and you would expect that I'm in a relationship. I was super happy on Valentine's Day, and everything was great and amazing and like a fairy tale and wonderful. It was the worst Valentine's Day ever. We went out to dinner, my boyfriend and I at the time, and I was running late. I was coming from New Jersey, and we were going out to dinner in the city, and there was traffic. Obviously, it's Valentine's Day. Everyone's trying to go out in the city, and it made me late. Instead of him being understanding when I got to the restaurant, he was very nasty towards me and not understanding at all. So it can be different, right? Like, I had more fun this year being single than I had when I was in a relationship last year. You would think I would have more fun in a relationship. No, I didn't. I didn't have any fun at all. It sucked. So, take that for what you want it, but that's how I felt about Valentine's Day. I also think self-love is learning new things. So I'm from New Jersey, and I was in Florida for 2 weeks. And in Florida, you have to pump your own gas. There's a saying, Jersey girls don't pump gas. I did not learn how to pump gas until I went to college in Connecticut. I haven't pumped gas in a few years. I live in Jersey. There's no need for me to pump gas. So we went down to Florida, and my mom was like, I don't know how to pump gas. And I'm like, well, I think I could figure it out. I used to do it in college. But I thought back to the first time I ever pumped gas. I went to Quinnipiac University, and there was this mobile gas station right outside the campus. And my friend at the time, freshman year, she had a car. So this is second semester freshman year. And we were driving into New Haven, and she wasn't with us at the time. It was me and my other friend from New Jersey. So we stopped off at the gas station because she needed to put gas in her car. We did not know what we were doing. I'm like, what do I do? Spilt gas all over the side of her Volkswagen. I was like, girl, I'm so sorry. Like, you got two bitches from Jersey in here. We don't know how to pump gas. We don't know what we're doing. This is before the time of TikTok. Yes, could we have probably YouTubed it and like Googled it? We could have, but we just like panicked. We were just like, oh, like, we don't know what to do. And we don't want to be standing there with like our phones out and people be like, oh, look at these two dumb bitches from New Jersey. They don't know how to pump gas. So yeah, that was my first experience pumping gas, and it was not a good one. But I think self-love is also choosing what's best for you. So this past January, I did a damp January. I love drinking socially and going out and meeting new people and hanging out. But I did take a step back from drinking in January to align myself and focus on what I really wanted out of this year and to stay focused. I really wanted to grow more on social media, keep doing this podcast, really stay the course. Because sometimes I feel like I have a plan in my head of the course and then I take all these stupid detours. I'm like, why didn't I just stay the course? I could have been somewhere different in December. So this year I just wanted to make sure that I was super focused on what I wanted out of 2026. So I did take a damp January. Don't get me wrong, your homegirl still had some margaritas. You know I can't resist a spicy marg. But yeah, I was just making sure that I'm on track for this year. I want to start the year out on a good note, a strong note, mentally be all there, care about myself, care about where I'm going, and just start out on a good note. Last night was a great night. My walk home from the bar was a little bit interesting. So there's this bodega near my house, and there were these guys outside the bodega, and they were like arguing. And I didn't want to get in the middle of their argument. I was just trying to walk home. So they see me walking, and this one guy's like screaming at this other guy. I don't know what happened because I didn't see it happen, but they're like screaming at each other. The one guy looked like he was from Peaky Blinders, and I was like, this is a little odd. So I walk past them, and I look to my left, and Peaky Blinders guy is walking with me, and he's like, oh, hey, like, where are you going? I'm like, home? I'm going home. He's like, oh, let me walk you home. I'm like, no, I don't want you knowing where I live. Like, we don't know each other. And he's like, yeah, that was so crazy with that guy. I'm like, I never fucking asked. Like, I don't care that you were arguing outside a bodega. That's on you, sir. Like, I want to go home, see the dogs, and chill. Like, I don't want to be standing there talking to this weird Peaky Blinders dude. So he just would not take no for an answer that I didn't want him to walk me home. So I started running. I actually ran down a different street and then ran back to my apartment. I got in the door and I was like, that was too much for me, I fear. And I had to take the dogs out. Thank God I have a terrace. I took them out on the terrace because I'm like, God forbid I run into this weird Peaky Blinders guy again. But that was weird, to say the least. Let's see if you guys have any questions for me. Let's go to Ask Allie Anything. Let's see. I don't see anything. Double check. Yeah, you guys don't have any questions for me or Ask Allie Anything. Let's see. Ask Allie Advice if you guys have anything for me. Let's check it out. I don't think you guys do. Yeah, you guys don't have any questions for me this week. Okay, totally fine by me. I will see you guys next week, and I hope you have a fantastic, amazing, beautiful week. Alrighty, bye guys.